truly is a fantastic day for execution. Wouldn't you say so? Hello everyone and welcome back. We got a few prisoners here. Constanza, I thought about actually trying to marry her off, right? So actually releasing her, but nah, I figured actually 25 piety is quite a lot and she's already 39, so yeah, marriage is not going to be so likely. So poof, off she goes, and yeah, probably getting a nice sea buriage there as well. Next in line, we have another alliance formed. So in this case here, we're getting up in the world, right? Especially my dynasty. If we look at my house Skull right now, as I can see, there's now 3 living members here doing its glorious things, and we're working towards insignificance. That is just perfect. Now we continue onwards with, well, strategic thought. Shall we do this? First of all, no. I'm not going to join you here on this Cold War. Yeah, we have Iceland over here. Pretty strong, that is. They also have an alliance, so we could of course conquer it. And we are 20, we're actually 31 already. Boy, time is flying past, faster than in real life almost. We could declare war, and we could also call in one of my powerful allies and, yeah, well, kill him off. And the thing is, we can also make a subjugation war. We can do this once in our lifetime, right? So this is something that you really need to think about careful, because you can only do it once. Let's just check it out. Who else could we subjugate at once that would be worth it? The Kingdom of Sweden, that's really far away. And I think even down the road, we cannot subjugate a king, right? I don't think so. We need to be the king ourselves before we can do this. So this subjugation war sounds about right up my alley, honestly. And I think I might just actually do this. Yeah, let's start a subjugation war. The cool thing is, before we do this, we can also make a trial by combat, right? And we could win or we lose. And death, of course, is the only choice. He's got a prowess ranking of 18. He's not weak, unfortunately. He's stronger than us, so nah. Let's rather go with my soldiers. Subjugation it is. We take him as a vassal, and we also take his primary title, just in case actually anything happens out of that. Since money is actually worthless to me in most cases and prestige is important, I could also just call in some mercenaries for 360 coin, for 220 coin, for 200 coin. That sounds cheap, right? So the call to alliance should actually be my last resort, so I'm not going to do this. And they're actually, yeah, they're actually coming out at my rally point. So in this case here, oops, where's my rally point? There it is. It's a bit hidden. There it is. I wanted to move it actually over there, but that's too late now. So we're just going to raise all my armies here together with the mercenaries. So we're going to merge these 2 armies here into one now. Let's just get them up there. Who is actually the commander? What? He's ill. He's a prowess rating of 1. Who is this guy? And why is he the commander of my glorious army? We're going to get Gorm in, my marshal. And he's actually the right one for this. Okay, so let them just grow up there, right? Getting up to a decent quality. Also got a new lifestyle perk. The path and tactics would be the next in line. So I really want to focus on the strategy tree. And then we're going to move on another tree entirely. And the 2,400 whopping soldiers are not enough. Holy cow! That's a lot of soldiers over here. Let's go in and actually move my rally point to this area here, and this is where we can also call in once again. They're actually cheaper now as well. They're going to join here right away. Fortunately, it didn't work. There you go. That's 3,000 sorry souls now for a bit of money. And first of all, we need to conquer, or we need to actually kill this army here. Problem is, we're coming from the ocean, and it's a bloody battle on both sides. But at some point, holy cow, it is something. After a 10 siege, what? That is a raid. You go closer, form rivalry with this guy here, Steward, a steward of the corrupted Sutherland. Yes. Okay, we have won this battle, but of course that doesn't mean anything at the moment. So let's grow again in numbers up to 3,000. And now I'm going to move on her capital, on his capital right away. Just love that he's got a winter background there too. Okay, head of faith. I don't care about this. We're not very religious right now. We've lost already 2 knights there. Not ideal. And oh, also nice. Gorm has finished the control increase. Didn't expect that so quickly. And there it is. We can finally marry. And we could look out for a better option. Or we're just going with him. With her. The alliance is right. And she's actually Thrifty Clark. Calm, honest. She's looking okay. She's looking beautiful, actually. Why not? Let's go ahead and marry. I don't need a grand wording though, but I'd gladly take the 300 prestige. Okay. That's that. Let's get the capital. This is always a very good chance of winning the war. Especially if we take a high value member prisoner. There it is. We took we took the wife of the ruler as prisoner, and this immediately finishes the war. And with that we can enforce it now, and he becomes a vassal of us. We get also 350 prestige out of this and lots of fame. I gladly do this. Let's disband all my armies together with my mercenaries. They've done their job, and we still have lots of prestige with that. So he's a vassal now, and he does, well, hold a grudge against me, right? Understandable. In this case, not for long though, because we're going to integrate him nicely into my kingdom. I'm not going to take his title though, because we are already at domain limit. With that, we are also growing to 3,300 soldiers so quickly that follow my rule. Alright. She's my... I don't know why she's wearing this. Are you chaste? No, you're not. You're pregnant, actually. That was quick. I didn't even get a message, right? She's pregnant. Nice. I hope it was us. And that's my concubine. Holy cow, she's a 10 of 10. We are one lucky man indeed. Surrounded by beautiful women. Successful on the battlefield. I think it's time for a good raid. And pillaging. We also get some prisoners here. That's the wife. I'm definitely going to release her with a hook. I don't care about the 25 coin. The hook is actually quite nice on this one. Having a hook on the wife of your vassal is super awesome. He's a good marshal. I don't know who we... learning wise, we could... Nah. I mean, I like my concubine as my Hofgoldie. But he is expecting that, right? If we actually put him in as a marshal, now he likes us all of a sudden. Very good. He takes 1 month longer to put control on something than the other one. That's okay. Still have this ransom here. Of, yeah, it's a child. Get out of that. I'm not that cruel. It's also my own culture, so that would be not great. The execution. Do we actually have control problems here? No, we don't. This is fine, control-wise. Okay, we also still have the hook now on this chieftain, right? And I can actually imprison him. He would rise to the occasion. But actually, he's not bad, right? He's also a very powerful vassal here. And I could also just grant him a pardon on this and get the 15 opinion bonus on top of that. I'm going to do this. So this actually also lowers the chance that he goes against us. Now we got 300 prestige. Ooh, the limit, the tribal authority level 2 is actually quite costly. So for this, I would need to do something else. Getting more prestige, that is. Ah, the gods are smiling upon us. We got a new... We got our son, Boulder, he's called. Boulder's Gold. That's a tongue breaker there. Let's go ahead. This will be mighty, and let's go ahead and also educate him. Should we do it ourselves? I think we should. Gets a nice bonus to that as well. Also, the bonding is great. So we're going to be his educator. He just follows us along then on my happy reign. And he's also, of course, now my heir. Holy cow! The vassal already died. Now we got Magnus Garderson. That was lucky. Because now I can get the better marshal in again. Then, there you go. And This guy here, of course, loves us. He's a child, so nothing to fear from him. I got a super bad Chancellor, by the way, so Gorm, you're better at this. You're going ahead with it. Yeah, my Spy Master is great. And my Steward is okay, I guess. I'm not going to go with development increase. My wife, she could just, yeah, just give me general bonuses. I think this is the best option here. The rest is meh. He died of a heart failure. Oh, poor soul. Lost the war, and that must have stressed it out so much that he died. I think this is totally realistic. The wife encourages chivalry, and we get 75 prestige. Thank you very much. High Chieftess. Aura. And let's also go for some raiding again. There it is. We captured also someone. Oh, is there someone? What? 3,000? How is this possible? Okay. Actually, the leech comes for help. That's incredible. That never happened to me before. The leech actually came for help here now. We need to head back home. So, yeah, that can also happen. Losing a raid. We are actually leading the army, so this was pure luck that we didn't die out of this. Okay, we still got 1,400 soldiers left. Your lovely laugh is like stars in the sky. I would be blessed if I could hear your voice again, that I may know true joy, my darling Ivar. These lines are but a bleak reflection of my feelings for you. I will do anything to prove my loyalty. Yeah? Win my heart. I challenge you. We got the next martial skill. This was just a brief moment of pity. And man-at-arms counter efficiency is increased. It's not that bad, not that great, but the sappers is pretty good, and especially then the strategist, right? So we are still going to get those 2 points. That's easy peasy, and then we can move to something else. 1,400 soldiers we still have. I would like to change Gorm as my leader. And let's just have a look. Some of them are really weak, right? This guy here, let's just raid him. He was raided. That's not so good. This guy, he seems friendly and thus raidable. Yes, we actually took someone prisoner there. Not bad. We can, by the way, raise another runestone because we won a great victory. And of course, I'm going to do this. And where should we have it? We still don't have a runestone in my home area. I mean, it's not a home area, it's where we stranded, right? So I don't really care about this. So I'm going ahead with Ferreya, because this is a very low control for us. And yeah. We get lots of prestige and piety out of this. I love those runestones. Okay. This should be easy. There's no powerful leech. He's got no army, basically. In times like these, it's best to be wary of any strange smells. This one, however, emanates from the corner of the market square, and it is positively fragrant. Oh, only the freshest and best herbs. Should we buy them? Nah, I'm not doing this. This is a trap. A rusty tool. Peering through the dusky murk of the armory, my gaze travels over multiple different weapons of war. Okay, an old farming tool. I wonder if this could be repurposed into something more powerful. Right, perhaps we get an artifact. What could happen? Okay, with a 81% chance we can make a dagger out of this. With a 60% chance we get a halberd. That's better. But the dagger is certain. Almost. Let's go with the dagger. Beautiful sunshine here. We get a dagger. A makeshift artifact. Perfect. Let's equip it. We got our first weapon. It gives me a +1 in prowess. Of course, it's a very weak quality, but at least we got something. Hooray. Okay, we got additional taxes because my steward is so amazing. Oh, this is actually nice. This guy has almost no army, despite being such a big area. In Orkney, there's bad air. The White Plague has devastated the people of Orkney. What should we do? She blames the plague on the bad air surrounding the dead. So she says that we should get rid of them. That costs me some money, but we get prestige. Also, we get the abundant flora. People will love us for this. That's a bit more looting here. Who's next in line? Oh, those African kingdoms are just really weak. And still have money. So many challenges. This one we already had. I could pay some money for well-provisioned armies, which increases my supply rating for the army. This is really powerful for the rating, right? The more supplies we have with us, the lower my attrition. And it's at 0 right now, because people love the sun, turns out. Okay, she actually was successful winning my war. She doesn't look that sexy anymore, though. She looks sick. Craven, and she's elusive shadow. And that's how she looks. Yeah. I'm yours. Okay. Crash, where am I? What's going on? I peer into the darkness, my eyes adjusting. Odin! There is someone in my bedroom. I scramble out of bed, reaching for the dagger on the nightstand. The intruder grabs my arm, talks and spin around, sinking the blade deep into her stomach. She looks at me for an endlessly long moment, her lips moving without a sound, then she falls to the ground. Ivar, are you alright? By the window stands none other than Astridur, blade in hand, ready to defend me. I throw myself into her arms and she holds me tight. Did we kill someone now? No, we didn't. But we're lustful. And she lays with us. That is quite the foreplay. Let's continue. It's crazy what happens on raiding. And they won't leave me alone, right? We got some prisoners here. Oh, we also got an artifact. A holy book of some sorts. That is great stuff. That is also super lucky, by the way. There we are at Italy. That's a bit stronger now. Not this one though. Cagliari. Let's get the money. Demonstration of leadership. What now, Dan? Knowing his interest in matters of leadership, I cannot help but feel that this man is waiting for me to impress him. Okay, let's discuss some battleship tactics. Next in line, we can already ransom worthless prisoners. Holy cow. These are the most worthless prisoners I've seen. This is a child. Not going to be that heartless. Thanks for the money. And finally, the plague has left my realm again, and we now emerge from the wreckage of old. We lose a bit of money, but we get the disease control recovery, and this increases my development growth. It's okay. Next in line, a child again. Really? I want to execute someone. It's been too long. Yeah, once again a child. But he's almost of age. I could execute him. 50 piety. Do this. Sorry. I just was in the mood for it. Okay. Raided Cagliari. We got a lot of money with us already. This guy's also really weak, so let's go for him. What is going on? I'm being flooded by events. I just want to raid Italy. Okay, there's a wanderer, and he's talking and rambling, and we are pretty impressed by him, so he could stay. What could we use him for, though? Would be a great learner. Martial skill 18. He's really useless to us otherwise. Intriguing 14. We could also just give him hospitality. General opinion increase. That's okay. And I think he died. Nice. Another 8. Another prisoner taken. Also very weak. No leech. What is going on with Cagliari here? Sardinia. A war is determined by its battles, but battles are determined by the preparations. Being called without a plan is a good way to lose. You gain no castle will hinder, so we get the military engineer. This actually reduces my siege time. That's great. Or we get the forder. We can cross rivers faster. Let's go with the siege. There's another nice loot. Holy cow. Let's get back home with all of this. That was a very successful raid. It started horrible. But now it was a pure success. And let's just have a look at my prisoners. Can we ransom someone for that? They're also cheap. What's going on? What's going on with you? You are nothing. I cannot... Oh, yeah, nice. He's of another area. And he's also another one. So 50 piety there as well. Getting the sea burial there. And with that, we've also leveled up our faith devotion again. Because we have so much piety. And we are now a devoted servant. Let's equip the artifact. It's the journal. There it is. And it gives me prestige and renown. Also, 2% more taxes. I like it. This is nice. A really pleasant surprise there for me. Now, it was a wonder. Astridir gave birth to a son, and she calls him Stein. I don't know why, but what the hell? Stein. Now, Stein could be my bastard son, and I could make it public. We could also be careful about this. Either way, he's of my dynasty, right? So I can also hide it. And let's do this. Let's hide him. Still, he's part of the house of my house gold. And my son, though, right, because we have a son, a legitimate one, I'm going to keep him as the only one designated heir that we have here. Otherwise, I might have a trouble there now. Okay, Gorm, physician. There is the next marshal. It's the second last one. And then we can get the strategist. And then I'm going to move to another tree here. Probably been in my strategist tree for a bit too long now, but it's okay. It's okay. Finally, we have enough prestige, so I would like to raise now my limited tribal authority from a disparate tribe to the limited tribal authority. This costs me a bit, but tribal rulers with non-tribal leaders may settle, becoming feudal or clan. It also, yeah, gives me the chance to imprison characters. Go ahead and do this. We need to reach the absolute tribal authority if we want to go feudal. So this will be down the road a long-term goal that we have there. My wife is pregnant again. This is great news. Another son! What is this? Hunpjofre. Ragnar is a better name. And Ragnar is my second-born son now. Coming out of the womb of the woman I love. And we're going to educate him ourselves again. And yeah, it's not really making my succession easier, but I don't think I'm going to die any moment. The thing is also that, you know, I should really just push more of my soldiers. So my elite army here, for example, we can afford this. Let's do this. And these are my personal guards, right? So when I die, I can use them again, while my brothers cannot. And this is, by the way, a beautiful island here, Madeira. It's lovely over there, and this is the reason why we need to raid it. It's weak, and it has lots of treasure. There you go. Got a bit of money out of that. My lord! A hurried servant approaches me, accompanied by a solemn-looking character. Let me introduce you to Eirik, a man of great sanctity. And this guy here claims he can make my dagger better if I pay him 50 coin. Alright. Oh, this is a pretty big fortress here. And we took it. Unfortunately, without much loot. Yeah, unfortunately, most of the things here are really, really raided. Oh, there is a very powerful Byzantine emperor that I cannot really afford. So these are consolidated, a lot of them now, right? Not really, but they're super strong. Makes it harder for me now to raid these areas. Easier. This is something we can still get over here. And we're also moving into France, but only to briefly move through into this hard empire here, because this one is also really weak and completely unrated. That is something we can do. By the way, we got some nice prisoners again, hopefully. Nah. There is no new prisoners now. Some of them might pay us 25, that's okay. Is he attacking? Oh, he's attacking. Alright. And we get another level of fame. And we are now illustrious. Look at that. That was quick. Few executions along the way. Also Catholics. They're beneath us. We're preaching Odin. Call to arms by my ally. He is under attack by... Ooh, the King of Sweden. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to join. I mean, this definitely costs me, right? So we're back to distinguished. But I definitely don't want to risk my soldiers against the King of Sweden. I'm just also casually raiding the capital of Scotland right now, because Scotland is in a defensive war and has no more soldiers. We can totally use this, and perhaps we're getting a nice Scottish chieftain's son out of that. With that, we at least get another martial point, and I can get the strategist trait. Pretty great, that is. Gives me another martial and diplomacy bonus, and also reduces the casualties we have. With this, I would probably like to move to another tree now. So payment for hooks is really something that I like. We're going in here with the main focus and then golden obligations. But I'm not going to go through the whole stewardship scale tree. We're just making excursion there. That was lots of money, by the way. To spend my army. We could be thinking about, yeah, building something at the very least. Oh, upgrading my fort is pretty expensive. The palisades, the war camps, they're nice. They give me more skirmisher damage and toughness. Also increases my levy size and the number of my knights. That's a really good one. Let's go ahead with the war camp and build us that one here in Scalavagre that we have now. I still need something to do with my prestige, though we don't have enough. So getting a few more knights in will help. Another nice matrilineal marriage that we are engaged here with my daughter. Perfect. And our glory was raised again. Very nice. That is. So we are illustrious once more. Gives me a bonus of secular opinion, and my number of knights we can increase once more. Okay, they can marry now. That's Saga. Yep. Also, I should find a wife for my son. That might be nice. Someone that has good traits. But there is one. Judith. She's intelligent. Comely. Or beautiful, that is actually fertility is increased. She's only 20. She's already 29, so she will not be making us babies anymore. Still need to wait there. I don't care about the lines, really. And since my goal is amassing, I want to do something else. I want to get more artifacts. So we need to actually get us an antiquarian. That is a court position. There it is. Will cost me 0.03. That's okay. And we just need to make sure that it's a good one, right? Yeah. That's all that I have. And she claims to be good with that. She's got 13 learning. She's still poor at this job, but it's better than nothing, right? So she's going to be my antiquarian now. And now what we can do, we can commission artifacts. And I would like to do this right away. What do we want to have? Good armor. I don't have that yet. And I want a flexible chain mail. I want a scale armor. Yeah, flexible chain mail. Thank you very much. Now, what better way to make acquaintance with our antiquarian is also to add her as my concubine. Having a second one is always great because actually we do get a prestige penalty as a tribal leader if we don't have any concubines. So this is actually pretty nice. And in this case here, there she is. She's 40, right? So it's really just for the fun. There is no, there's no deeper meaning behind all of this. Other than that, my first concubine is actually getting quite old at this point. I'm still going to keep her because why not? We actually don't have that many other choices. So yeah, that's that basically. Now, kid-wise, we do have our two sons. They're not having a spouse yet, and yeah, we're just basically also training them. My first one is actually getting pensive, so this is not so bad. Gives him also a learning increase. That is pretty neat. And my daughters are both betrothed. This is primarily for the alliance and for yeah, matrilineal, getting the dynasty ranks up. Now let's just see what we can do here. We're about to finish the war camps. That's pretty important. And we have a bountiful harvest also on Orkney, and we can take the money. We can also take more money. And we can also say, no, keep it for yourself. This is really, yeah, it's minor, but the money is also minor. So let's just give Orkney here a bit of a reinvestment. So basically they're getting up their development rating a bit further. Now I still need to get myself 2 more knights. In this case here, and we got a new daughter, Bothildir. What a mighty name. And we don't have any more women in my court that I could, yeah, marry off to someone. So in this case here, we will need to actually invite champions, which is going to be very expensive, especially since I'm actually rather down on my prestige. So I'm going to wait on that. And we're rather just going out and either win a war now or go for some raiding. And by the way, we are getting bold. What is going on here? He doesn't look so mighty anymore. We are also completely grayed out already. We're 43. Now, raiding is something that, looking at my money, is not really required. So we can also rather see what the next title would be nice for us. So we have now the Northern Islands here, right? So that's Iceland and these three smaller islands here. And they're all now connected there. The Iceland, the Earldom of Iceland, or Iceland as it's called, is actually also belonging to us. So that's nothing I need to do. And both of them are Kingdom of Norway, right? So they're part of this area here. So we could move on our path here now to create the Kingdom of Norway if I just get me a few more territories in. And we should actually be doing this because we have a very bad islands, right? So these have development rating 1 or 2. The same goes with Iceland. So it's not a capital city potential candidate here, right? So it's a wasteland for us in the middle of nowhere. So we wanna... Oh, we also lost Gorm. So I don't have a physician right now and also no chancellor. So let's actually tackle this problem first. I only have one with a diplomacy skill of 6. That's not so bad. I'm actually going to put him into domestic affairs there too, so that we increase the opinion of my vassals here. Just continue. So we need to find ourselves a suitable target that we can conquer, right? That we can make something out. So we do have a few options. This guy here is defending right now. So he actually is in a bad position to do anything. What is he defending against? Jarl Eirik for the Westland conquest of the chieftain of Rogaland. Where's that? Where's the chieftain of Rogaland? Let's just have a look. Somewhere... Oh, it's this one here. This one's being taken right now. That's bad. So we need to take something else. He's definitely losing this. And he's got... no other very good domain. Well, at least he's got this area here. It's a development 2. I mean, that was to be expected, but it has lots of holdings. Look at that. So here we have a huge chance of actually getting us a nice big capital out of that. So this might be something that I could conquer. He's got 800 soldiers only. He's got no alliances, little money for mercenaries. So he would be an ideal target here for conquest. Let's just have a look at that, what we could get. Okay, so what I'm doing here right now is I'm going for the Jarldom right away, so the whole duchy that we have. So in this case here we're trying to defeat him, Eirik, and he's got those 2 chiefdoms in this duchy then, right? However, Bui down here is something that we don't have. That's Rogaland right now, that's being conquered. However, we would have also a casus belli on this then as well. Of course, we don't have really a casus belli right now because we're tribal, so we just take what is ours rightfully. The Earldom of Gur will be destroyed after the war. We seize all territories, and in this case here, declare war on this. 43 piety is nothing to us. He's got no allies. He's got no real power. He's got more soldiers already than before again. So this is something to consider. But outside of that, yeah, I think we're golden with this war declaration. I'm going to raise my army right away on my territory. And also, should we? I don't want to call anyone in. But I might be thinking about some mercenaries to make this whole thing a bit safer for us. Since we have so much money, it would not really matter to me that much, right? But I think we can actually do it without it. So let's just get the 2,600 soldiers that we are commander of. That's not good. That's not good. This is too an important war here to actually go to a war myself. Just going to delegate someone else. Golden obligation, my next trick here. Very good. Demand payment for hooks. That's exactly what I would like to get here. And then, someone is calling me to war. Oh, for Rogaland? It's a bad timing, right? The enemies are not that weak. I'm going to accept this one because I really don't want to lose more of my level of fame. But it's a bad timing in general. Okay, let's just see what we can do here. So he's got 1,200 soldiers there. And we've won. We've already taken him prisoner. He was in his own fort there, right? We took the fort and took him prisoner, and with that we actually won the war. That was amazing. We get a valuable prisoner, we get fame, we get prestige, that's important. He becomes an adventurer. So he's basically losing his title there as well, right? And we basically expanded here by 2 full counties. A bit above limit here now, but that's to be expected at some point. That was a nice expansion, by the way. So yeah, we could also create new vassals now, and we actually lost a champion here too. Yeah, it's the risks of war. We can actually declare war on this guy here right away, down here. He's got 2 allies though. That's pretty dangerous for me. And who's on his way there with a ship? Someone is on a way with a ship to my territory? Yes, to my territory. So that's the call to arms, obviously. And we're just going to, yeah, make sure that nothing happens here. Because holy cow, they want to take my main area right now. There you go. And with that, we're helping our ally here a bit, right? Perfect. Actually going to keep my army raised right now. We lost the marshal. Oh, we got a very good one. That's my champion. He's pretty good. Do we still need to increase control? Yes, of course, of this area here. And my spy master is also not really finding any secrets. So I'm going to move to the next possible location here. So always a Jarl's domain. Okay, there is actually... Oh no, she left again. Really? Already left again? That was actually a really good courtier just now. We really don't have... You're already... No, you're not married. Perfect. Here we can actually find us something. I want to get someone with a good power skill. He's though a giant. Yes, perfect. He will be my personal champion for all that I care about. And he's also in now. Very good. Milobrat he's called. Well, he's actually... Yeah, he's actually good. I mean, we have some very good champions here. And we can finally also sell off some hooks, right? So with the trait that we have, we can now... yeah, for example... extort my own grandson for the 50 coin. And of course we're going to do this. It's all within the family. That's the important thing here. Also, we have a bit too much land right now. So in this case here, Torshaven, right? This little island over there just beside my own one. We're going to grant this to someone. It's pretty weak overall. And I'm going to give it to my son and player heir. In this case here, the son and ward. And he's going to learn on the job then, right? And he becomes my vassal. And the penalty for buff domain limit will be reduced. So in this case here, he's going to get this single chiefdom to rule on his own. And to also learn on the trade. So it's very good actually to boost their, basically their skills, right? And also learning how to rule. In this case, my son, there it is. Actually has the same banner as we are, it's just another color. We're red and he's blue. I've been waiting for this. We can also raise another runestone as always. And definitely, let's just see where we can have it. In my latest territories that I would like to have. So in Hörderland, there it is. And we get lots of prestige out of that. This is the important thing. And with that, we're at 600 prestige. Boulder keeps the trade just. Also fine. And yeah, I'm going to wait on that. My concubine, we do have a hook on her. And by the way, my spy master. Where should you go? Dublin is out of reach. We could have her working at my own court for now. Finding secrets so that we can extort our own ones. But of course, that's not going to be long-term wise. King of Denmark? Yes, let's go ahead and get to the court of Denmark. I can't go to Byzantine Empire yet. So that's a bit out of the question. Okay, so much money. We can also create now the Duchy of Gulapinskglück, I guess. And let's go ahead and get this one for 125 coin. We can actually get also another 300 prestige. And now just wait what happens. We also, that's pretty incredible. We can also now create the Kingdom of Norway already. So we can already become king, right? We just stranded on an island like 30 years ago. And now we are actually creating a king title here. This is really important because we're a tribal leader. So if we die right now, we would lose some successions here, some titles, right? That's the duchy titles, the duke titles that are below us. So you can only inherit one duke title, right? Duchy title. And the other ones are getting then to your other sons. So right now my kingdom is getting separated, or my dukedom. And now we can create a king title. And this is just absolutely fantastic. 250 coin. We can easily afford this one. And now, ladies and gents indeed, we're King Ivar, right? We are already king of Norway. And this also makes my succession easier because now we just inherit, we just get the king title down to Boulder. And Boulder will have then everything holding in that king title. That is just really nice. And we're also forming now the Norwegian court already with that. So as a king, you have new duties and responsibilities. Absolutely fantastic. Honestly, I did not expect to reach king titles so quickly. But here we are. And we continue as King of Norway in the next episode. Stay tuned.